All right, family. Black Power, Black Power. We in the house. It's the Truth Hour with General Sarasun said he kicked back. Get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. That's right, family. It's going down tomorrow. Y'all already know what time it is. If you do not know by now, you late in the game. You should not be that late with the gym. You should have your behind in here on time every time I go live so you can get this work. That's right, it's going down tomorrow. America is Egypt. That's right. Mississippi River versus the Nile debunk. We debunking all of that. We're gonna throw daggers tonight just because, you know what I'm saying? Just because we got to do that. You know, we see them trembling out there. You see, we feel them trembling. They know now. You see, they have awakened the dragon. That's right. Let me get in. They didn't awaken the dragon. You see, there cannot be beat. Going down, family. The link in the video description in the chat. I know Brother Raiden dropped it in there for me. Going down. That's right. Y'all click that link and be in there for that firepower guarantee. Even the naysayers going to be creep on here and see what he's saying. Whatever it is, you ain't going to be able to do nothing about it. Tell you that. You ain't going to be able to do nothing about it. It's going to be all powerful. So click that link, begin the thing. That's right. Rainier Alarm, KingSeti.com online marketplace. Official General Sarasun Seti DVD lectures. That's right. T-shirts and hoodies. African and Kemetic jewelry. That's right. We got all the fly medallions and necklaces for you. We got them all. All seeing eyes, Pharaoh heads, Naga, Buddha. We got the Obas, West Africa. We got medallions for the sisters. We have all of that. Holistic tonics and remedies. Home decor accessories for every room in the house. Living room, dining room, kitchen, bathroom. Discount 20% off, save before you even shop. You gotta you save before you even shop. Show up, family, and check me out. That's right. Pull the fire alarm, GeneralSeti.com, SETI University. That's right. Over 900 video presentations on African history, heritage, spirituality, nation building, mental warfare, advanced African academics, the complete General Sarasun Seti website. Developing the Black nation one lesson at a time. You cannot go wrong with over 900 videos of all subjects under the sun. You see what I'm saying? From the fire spitter, General Sarasun Seti. So check me out, family, GeneralSeti.com. Y'all already know Patreon. We got a fly one. We got a hard one tonight. We got a hard one tonight after, you know, the YouTube presentations. Matter of fact, let me throw that in there. Y'all got to see this. Yeah. There it is right there. Bingo. Let me go and throw that one in there for you. Too hot. Wait a minute. Did I put too many of them in there? Wait a minute. I might have put. Oh, wait a minute. Let me undo that. Let me undo that. I put the whole lecture. I put the whole lecture over there like that. There we go. There we go. We dropping down tonight. Hanuman, evidence of human monkey hybrids and prehistoric India. Yeah, we coming with that fire, family. We coming with that fire. You see? Yeah, we about to work out. So, you know, you got to be on Patreon to get that one. You know, exclusive live stream. Too hot to handle on YouTube. We drop Lilith, Queen of Hell, Chief Goddess of the White World, the Holy Waters of Creation, the African Serpent and Mermaid Goddess, General Seti's Dictionary of Alchemy and Occult, keywords relating to Black divinity. We lining them up. On Patreon. You got, you know, over 100 and some odd, just exclusive and exquisite live streams on my Patreon. Make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels, King Seti, General Seti, Sarasun Seti. Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up. like it because you love it, share it with your family and friends, and comment, comment, comment. Just don't say nothing stupid, because I will ban your ass. You'll be up out of there. All right, we're in the house, y'all. And so we here today. We here today because we got to deal with accusations. Yeah, you know, we got a lot of accusations out there about the African Holocaust. You see, and so we got to run them through with the facts. You know, and a lot of people, I don't know what type of trivial minds that y'all, you know what I'm saying, that y'all fucking with. But we just got to, everybody ain't falling for that. Okay, that just ain't, you know, when people, you know, I guess when people who ain't doing no type of research, it's like the Jedi mind trick. Where's the slave boats? Like you supposed to turn around and say, here they is, right here. We've been saving every last one of them. Yeah, you know, like we supposed to say, here they is. We've been saving every last one of them since we got off the boat. We've been collecting slave boats since that day. And nigga, if you don't get out my face with such a lame ass, I hear you lame ass niggas out there. Yeah, I do. You understand what I'm saying? I see, you know, they starting, you know, the dust mops is starting to gather together and it just becoming more and more dusty. You see what I'm saying? And so we wanna throw the information out here today. You see what I'm saying? And refute that. You see how do we know if it's true if we can't see it? Well, that's a whole lot of shit in history. You understand what I'm saying? But we'll back it up. We'll back it up. That's a Jedi mind trick. You understand what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of shit that's going to succumb to time. There's a lot of things that's going to succumb to time. You see, we got the records. We got the records, nigga. Don't play. We got the records on both sides of the ocean. We got the records. Okay, see, the thing is, again, you trying to assume that every piece of information that has ever been taught has been taught by the white man and the white man alone. See, that's where you see again, nigga, that's a straw man argument. That shit don't even exist. You got motherfuckers on camera from out of Africa admitting that they sold Africans into slavery. You see what I'm saying? Come on, nigga. What kind of shit is that? You see? You think people need the white man's validation when they seen their ancestors snatched up? You understand what I'm saying? They seen their ancestors snatched up. And it's been recorded in their messages and in you know, they drums and in they, you understand, in their cultural ways, even in the fabrics. You see what I'm saying? Because they speak in the fabric. So that information has not been given to them by the Caucasian, nigga. Okay? You got Africans over here that admit all up and down North and South America that they came from Africa. You see what I'm saying? They admit it. Because the dance, the dress, you see the language. You act like if you can't, nigga, is you silly? You got the Gullah Geechee over here to say they got damn words. They got so many words that came from Africa in their language. What is you talking about? You see what I'm saying? What is you talking about? You say, please show them, sir. No, what? Please show the boat so I can bang on them head. No, it ain't about. Let's deal with it. First and foremost, let's deal with. We got to deal with reality. It ain't about showing, because number one, I think this is okay. Let's deal with something. Okay, let's deal with something. That's one. Okay, it is. All right, let's work out. Cause y'all niggas, you know what I'm saying? Let's work out. And then we gonna use logic. You see what I'm saying? Because if you cannot, you know what? I'm gonna run you through. I'm gonna run you through one way or another. You see, so this is just you know, either I'm gonna run you this way, or I'm gonna run you that way. But you going in the guillotine one way or another, because you gonna straw man because that's what you're gonna do. See, you're not gonna answer shit. You're just gonna come up with a way to not answer it by asking a open question that really ain't even the question. You're gonna ask where the boats. Okay, we're gonna deal with as if they supposed to be here. You see what I'm saying? Who in the fuck leaving boats, just old ass boats? They're just like cars, nigga. They got laws against you leaving an old ass car out there. This ain't no goddamn you know what I'm saying, a dump yard. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no goddamn where you could just leave shit. That's what civilization is. And when you got old shit like that, if you just leave, you let motherfuckers just leave all type of old shit out there, you will have all type of shit floating around in the water. You understand what I'm saying? So it's laws against that shit. To just leave damn boats and cars and plain old ass shit. You understand what I'm saying? In a civilization, now I don't even believe you would have those type of instruments, machines if you wasn't in society, in a civilization. But let's deal with it. Now, I asked the question. I say, you know what? Because I don't, once I deal with it, I had to ask myself and deal with it myself. I don't listen to nobody. I say, well, let me look some shit up. Okay, because I know that the boats and shit was wood. And I say, well, you know what? Let me see how long does it take for wood to decay. You see, and when you talking about wood, you see what I'm saying? I'm talking about a fucking tree. I'm talking about a thick piece of motherfucking wood. I ain't talking about no goddamn 2x4 or nothing like that. I'm talking about a fucking tree trunk. Okay, so when you talking about a big thick ass tree trunk, I put it in. I say, you know what? I start asking questions myself, and so it come up that 50 to 100 years, organic matter. You see, organic matter. What about yard waste? Wood from trees like stumps, branches, and limbs will take a very long time to decompose, upwards of 50 to 100 years if left alone. Okay, this is why for composting, it's best to chip the wood. Okay, so at any given length, even a big thick piece of goddamn a tree, you see what I'm saying? It could take about 50, to 100 years. It'll decompose. And we talking about on top of the goddamn ground. We're not talking about in the fucking water. You see what I'm saying? So we just using logic. And the one thing that I want to you know what I'm saying? If they want to say something irrespectfully, let them say it. You understand what I'm saying? Because I'm shooting that shit down. See, nobody's really in. So every day, this is just the opening. We're going to crush that shit. We're going to get down to the bottom of it every fucking day that we got to ask another question and another question and another question. We cracking their eggshell. What's happening is that they getting away with motherfuckers not inquiring. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I seen that. Ashanti, that's right. I put that up there. The Ashanti tribe went to Haiti or the Caribbean and gave their own people a public apology for putting their own people and other Africans in slavery. I seen that. You understand? I seen them in Africa. You see what I'm saying? That's what I mean by being able to control the whole narrative. They cannot control the whole narrative because people, if you see your uncle or your grandmama or your mama or your daddy being snatched, that's going to be recorded in your own personal culture. And you're not waiting on nobody to give you no damn. And I just was going to bring that up. I got the cards in there. And you're right. And that you hear that, and that's a very powerful message, right? A car is barely 1 year, 100 years old and made metal. Any car you leave out there for just a few decades already is rotten to the. I did that too. See, that's a logical mind. I like you. I like that. You see, that's logic. And I want you, and we came because I got it in here. That's very logical. You see? And so we say wood is, now let's bring this back up. Let's bring this back up. Let's bring this back up. Get this back up. So you say wood can start to rot in 1 or 6 months. Okay, if the wooden area is sitting in water. You see, if it's sitting in water, it's gonna rot. Now, what is this one down here? Okay, that was dealing with the newer type of wooden, where it started talking about later wooden ships had copper and other shell plated added to the hull. All these type of materials often exceeded the buoyancy of the wood the ship was made of, so it sank to the bottom. So, you know, they was making the wooden boat. So I'll bring that out there so you can see it. You see, let me bring that out of there so you can see it. So it was saying that later on, you can see the ship going up under you. So they started using copper and shit and other shell plating added to the hull. And that made it, when the motherfucker, it just went on down. You see what I'm saying? So I just started asking all kind of questions. You understand what I'm saying about, and then the question, see where the straw man, where they fuck you up with the Jedi mind trick, you got to ask yourself, is they even supposed to be here? See, you understand? This is a motherfucking vessel of all types. This ain't no goddamn vintage. You see, this is not a vintage ship. This is not a vintage car. Okay, this is not vintage. This is some shit with blood and murder and all type of genocide is taking place. And so after, there's probably all type of wear and tear. They not painting this motherfucker down and all this shit. This is a fucking a fucking boat of genocide. You see what I'm saying? And so when we talk about, let's deal with it. They even stopped making wooden boats. You understand what I'm saying? Because of the simple fact. It says, when did ships stop being made out of wood? Somewhere between 1860 and 1900. You see, so they stopped making them. You see, so right around that time, you see, they stopped, so there are still wooden ships made, to be sure, but the period saw the vast majority of seagoing commercial vessels change from wood to steel. You see, okay, does wood rot when exposed to water? It is actually fairly simple, okay? So anybody should understand that. You see, lingering moisture in wood creates an environment conducive to fungi growth, which in turn causes the wood fibers to deteriorate. So when water contacts unprotected wood surface for a long enough period of time, the wood begins to rot. Okay? Begins to rot. Okay, so this is you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but you talking about in the sand, bro. Come on, wait a minute. Come on, let me put him up here. Kimmy had a woods. Come on, brother. Come on. Come on now. I know you got better sense than that. Okay? We sitting up here saying, yeah. We talking about in the sand, which is a natural, you understand what I'm saying? Anything in the sand is gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna what's the word? It's just gonna be preserved. You see what I'm saying? It's gonna be preserved. That's a preserver of things. You see what I'm saying? And so it wasn't just like a lot of it was just sitting in the damn sand. They was in tombs. What are you talking about? Yeah, it was in tombs. And so you got to do better than that. Come on, man. That's some elementary right there. Come on, man. Do better than that. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna come up here with some, come up here with some at least something worth talking about. That ain't even worth talking about. You see? How does wooden boats not rot? Okay, you have to, Wait, let me go back up here. Okay. Okay, I did that one. How do boats not rot? Wooden boats were made water resistant by putting tar in the hull of the boat. Okay, the pitch or the tar sealed the wooden boat of the ship together, keeping water out and allowing the boat to float. Sailors also utilize oil on their sails in another form of weatherproofing. Okay, so now this is a boat. You know what? When I got this boat, I forgot to get the date. Wait a minute, I ain't even put it on. Let me bring it back up. So they found this one. Yeah, this was the one that right there. The lab say I looked that one up. That's right. Oh, you weren't talking to me. All right, family. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. I ain't meaning to go like that. I'm in war mode. You feel me? So it's all good. It's all good. It's all good, family. You know me. I apologize. You see, yeah, I'm just going in. You know what I'm saying? And it's all good, family. You right. And so that's what we saying. Yeah, that's true. And so this is a ship that I believe they say was dated around, if I'm not mistaken, it was somewhere around 800 AD. You see, but you can see right there, only the damn bottom of the damn ship is left. You see what I'm saying? You got this boat right here. Now these are some of the most the oldest boats that they done found. And so this is a long boat, which means it was a Viking ship. See what, and you can see when that ain't how it looked when they got it out of there. They didn't treat it that nice. It was in pieces. It was in pieces. So they got all the pieces. I seen them in the bottom, like right here. You can see the numbers that they put on. That's where it's in pieces. So you're not gonna find no whole fucking ships, nigga, that been down at the bottom of the water. No motherfucking 200 guys. Some you may. You see what I'm saying? But it's not logical to believe that you're gonna find many that gonna be down, and especially if you don't know where the motherfucker located. You see what I'm saying? Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something. Number one, when some go under the water, which I'm gonna deal with. Matter of fact, let me go straight to that. You see, Pentagon. Wait a minute. Let me get it up there. It is up there. Let me blow it up. Pentagon unsure it can recover drone down by Russia. You see, Pentagon unsure it can recover drone down by Russia. You see, some shit you ain't going, if you don't know where that motherfucker at, and it's in that goddamn ocean, see, that's the crazy shit. To believe that, number one, that you would have a yard full of old ass slave ship, because these are not vintage ships. The only thing, just like the brother brought up, if you got a car from the 1900s, and I'll show early 1900s, that motherfucker vintage. That means somebody didn't put tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars in that motherfucker to restore it. Okay? You're gonna have to repaint that motherfucker. You see, the engine, a lot of times you very well can get one with the original. It's not likely, but you can. But what is the possibility? What is the possibility of you getting a 1900 car with the engine, the original engine, and the original paint on it? If they did, they put that motherfucker in the museum from day one, from goddamn day one. Anything that been rolled, and that shit gone. See, that's the illusion they asking you where, as if we got laws. Anytime some shit get old, it become an eyesore. You can't put leave no old ass cars in front of your house. You ever seen motherfuckers see? But this the type of niggas that if you ever seen niggas with a bunch of old ass cars, it's an eyesore. You see what I'm saying? So they got laws in society that you got to get that shit up out of. They're not, and you got new ships, and you think they're gonna let you block the fucking harbor with a bunch of old ass ships? What kind of sense do that make, nigga? And shit, you see how cars is, nigga. They come out with a new car every fucking year. You see what I'm saying? Let's go out here and see how many, compared, you got 2023. Let's see how far back each year you can find a car. You understand? Go back from 2023 to 2000. And then go, you know what I'm saying? And go and see how many cars you're going to see in each year. Motherfuckers is updating. You understand? They updating and shit. So after so long, after a certain year, you're not expecting if a motherfucker still riding in some shit, you understand, nigga? And I know how it could be. I ain't trying to hate on a motherfucker. I know motherfuckers still riding shit, but we just saying. I bet you if you riding anything, nigga, from out the 90s or any, and it's vintage, and you probably want to ride in that motherfucker. You know how the G's, they get some old cars, but they worked on them motherfuckers. They ain't riding that motherfucker like it was. Them motherfuckers done put a paint job in that motherfucker. They done dropped the engine in that motherfucker. They done put some rims on it and every goddamn thing else. They ain't riding that motherfucker like it was. And so it's an illusion for you to even, when they say wear the motherfucking slave shit. That's a simple-minded nigga to even ask a question like that. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, but the buildings that are gone. That's right. That's a good question. I mean, a good answer right there. You see, some of the plantations are still there because they have been preserved. That's right. The buildings that were not preserved are gone. It's simple as that. Simple as that. Simple as that. You see, so it's a damn illusion for you to believe that they should be there. Okay, so let's go down. Let's work. Now you know what? This ship was actually rotten, and they preserved that motherfucker. They redid that motherfucker. So this is showing you what wood looked like, nigga. And that's a thick ass tree. You see what I'm saying? That's a thick ass goddamn tree. But now let's work out. Let's work out. This this motherfucker right here. Now this is vintage. This is the Queen ship, nigga. This is 1689, but it's vintage. It been put up. It ain't even it might have been on the water, but it's probably a ceremonial boat. They probably only bring it out every blue moon, every 10 years, 20 years. You see what I'm saying? But this is the only way you're going to find something like that. If it's vintage and it's been put up. A damn slave ship is not vintage. Now this is 800 AD. You see how it looked? But you could tell they didn't treat it. It's a fucking planks. It was at the bottom, ate up. God damn it, that's what it was. Okay. This is another vintage. This is actually this is in Denmark. This was I don't know, this one was early, like 1200 AD too, but it's vintage. They didn't put work on that motherfucker. You know what? When you got them royal boats, they thanks family. They paint that motherfucker yearly. You see? They paint that motherfucker yearly. They got peoples in there that, you know what I'm saying, where they paint that yearly. You see? So that's how you keep something old like that. Other than that, that shit gone. You see, this is actually Napoleon's boat right here. This was 1810. You see what I'm saying? Now this one right here is from America. This one was like, yeah, but it's a vintage ship. They paint it every year. They putting that to preserve it. They putting that, whatever coatings on that. They repainting it and this, that, and the third. But they didn't have this one from 1792, something like that. 1792. This is the USS Constitution, the world's oldest commissioned warship. Okay. The oldest, and so they got a whole damn a whole damn, workforce for that shit. You see what I'm saying? Where they get in and they take care of that shit. Now, this is another one, 1684, and you can see how it looked. You see what I'm saying? They didn't, wherever they got that motherfucker, it was, you understand, in pieces. They had to get it piece by piece. You're not going, and you're going to have to know where that motherfucker is located. Now, again, just like family brought up the cars. Now, these are some vintage cars. You see what I'm saying? We just using logic here. This is a restored, this is a 1925 Flint. They restored it. How many of these motherfuckers, that's like saying, well, man, where all the Flints at? They ain't out here, nigga, they gone. You see what I'm saying? If you ain't putting tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars into restoring some shit like that, it's not gonna be here, period. And you gonna, when you restore that motherfucker, you're gonna have to put it up. You see what I'm saying? People be having like storage facilities where they put their cars in and they don't bring them out until it's time to bring them out. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, that's a beast. That's a beast. This is a T4, 1919. Look at that shit. You see what I'm saying? How many of them, they're just like, well, all the T4. How many motherfuckers have you ever seen rolling a 1990 19 T4 down the street, nigga? Original from the day it was created. Explain that to me. If that motherfucker ain't been restored, it ain't been vintage, it ain't been kept up, that motherfucker not here. You see? And so this, we have to, we had to do this research. You understand what I'm saying? And for the, break through this the fraudulent question. See, because the question is not real. You understand what I'm saying? Because ain't no way it's supposed to be here anyway. Okay? But above and beyond all of that, if they saying, and I'm going to say this for any motherfucker that don't like it, you see what I'm saying? In what it bought, because I'm going to run them this way. You see, which I know they don't have no answer for. See, I got some that I know they ain't got no answer for, and I see niggas fleeing and they answering questions that ain't nobody asked they ass. You see what I'm saying? Now, number one, I'm gonna go over this and I'm gonna get to my next video. You understand? And I want y'all to take this, and I know I could, because I could see African peoples is out there, we thinking. And we coming up with some of the same logic. And I seen that. You understand? Because those are logical questions that gonna automatically pop up. Now, number one, I'm gonna go over this again, and I want, if you can build on it in any way you can, build on it. Now, you got two peoples. You got the so-called Aboriginal blacks of the so-called Americans. Then you got the Africans on the continent of Africa. Both say they native. Both say they native. You see, both say that they native, meaning that they natural to the land mass that they own. Okay? But see, this is where we had a problem. Both of them look alike. Now, I don't want you to go get one of our family that they might be tall, they might be, you understand what I'm saying? We got some extremes in our family. We do. Okay, as an African people, like the continent of Africa got so many beautiful, you understand, variations, just like the peacock, but all indigenous to Africa. That they have never lived anywhere else other than the continent. So that continent is the womb of that people. So no matter what they look like in Africa, Africa is their mother. Africa gave birth to them. You see what I'm saying? And it's really no two great extremes in, as far as, you get to the north and you get to the south. It might be a little colder here. Not really. You see what I'm saying? I went to South Africa And I looked up when the last time it snowed in South Africa. They say it snowed in South Africa maybe a goddamn 4 times in the last 200 years. You see what I'm saying? And, you know, matter of fact, let me look it up before I get out of here. Because I want... Well, you have to be up in the mountains. See, that's where you're gonna have to. It does, you know. But I believe down on where you know, that's the one thing about Africa. In certain places, it is mountains. But really, down on that sea level, you're not gonna get no snow. It's hot. So I seen, and you know, yes, it do snow, but that's up in the mountain regions, and in South Africa do have mountains. So if you go up that high, yeah, it's gonna snow. But on the sea level, ain't no snow from North Africa to South Africa. So it's really no changing in the environment. You see. So let me get to where I'm going with this. You see, they're saying, and I want y'all to hear me. They're saying that the white man lied to us and tricked us. You see, tricked us that we came from Africa. And in my logic, I'm always thinking, I said, well, goddamn, if he tricked us that we came from Africa, we had to at least look like the Africans, or he wasn't trying to be successful in tricking us. If he trying to be successful in tricking us, he got to at least, you understand what I'm saying? He gonna have to get somebody that look like us and say, you know what, you came from Africa, and then you look over and say, well, damn, I kind of do look like the nigga. You know, okay, I'm from Africa. You see, but if you look over there and he say you from China, and you look over and you see, say, motherfucker, you lying like a motherfucker. I ain't from no goddamn China. So that's a simple-minded damn answer. That you think that 40 million Africans, I mean, we talking about in the Western Hemisphere, over 300 million. You think everybody that goddamn stupid? People, you know, everybody didn't lose their Africanness. They came with it. They didn't have to be tricked. Didn't nobody have to tell them where they came from. And where you got to tell everybody? Where you can rate everybody of their culture? Yeah, you're gonna get some numbers, but you're not gonna get everybody. Okay, that's bullshit. You see what I'm saying? And so what it comes down to, when you got two that look just alike, and I hope all them niggas out there that's talking that bullshit, and you see you got two that, but both saying that they native, they aboriginal to the landmass, then you got two different species. You got two different goddamn species. Because this man saying he's native, this man saying that he's native, but no interaction. You see what I'm saying? That's just like you see a lion in Africa, then you see the lion in Asia. And they look damn near, even though it's a little variation, you could tell it's a lion. And you say, well, this one is original to Asia. He's never had no genes from Africa. You got two things that look damn near exactly alike, and they totally originated separately. You understand what I'm saying? Where do nature do that at? I ain't never seen nature do no shit like that. That's unnatural. That's unscientific. That's unscientific for something like that to happen. You see what I'm saying? And so the only way the African could be native to Africa, and that so-called Aboriginal Black Indians could be natural to so-called North America, and they still look alike, that they got to be in two different species. And I don't see how the fuck they're gonna be two different species when they look just alike. Somebody is fucking lying, period. And we hold him. So I hear motherfuckers out here, see, they back is against the wall. I'm hearing niggas out here saying, well, we didn't say everybody came on the slave boat, nigga. Didn't nobody say that. See, that's that straw man. You make it seem like that's what we never said that, nigga. How the fuck is we saying the Olmecs was over here? Goddamn it, the Olmecs was over here before goddamn slavery. That's a you know what I'm saying? What the fuck is y'all talking about? We know we was over here before slavery. We've been saying that. See, what it is y'all severing from Africa. You can't have nothing, no connection to Africa. That's what it boils down to. It's damn near, we saying damn near some of this. Yes, we know we was the first people that come into the land. We know we were the first people that brought civilization into the land. We know that. We know we was over here thousands. And I went over to Lucia. She was, you know, Lucia, the African woman that they found down in Brazil 13,000 years. We went over that. The thing is, and I have to do this. The white man at least will say he brought us. He don't got, you know, he at least what he do, he try to fuck with the numbers. He try to lessen the numbers and shit. You understand what I'm saying? That's what he try to do. He tries to lessen the numbers. But at least he don't try to say that it didn't happen. Because these motherfuckers got insurance records. They got all type of records, nigga. It ain't no way you gonna believe one motherfucker gonna control all the information. That's the only way that can happen. You see that one person control all, where does that happen at? You see what I'm saying? Where does that happen? Now you got European people, they was born against one another trying to steal the Africans from one another. They was in there warring to you know, be in control of the slave trade. So they didn't have no, you see, so you ain't gonna even have all Europeans that's gonna come together on one lie. They ain't gonna even come together on one. They don't have no need to, because they ain't, you know, they in this shit for themselves. They in this shit for themselves. And so they ain't gonna all have the same lie. But not one of them ever said that it didn't happen. And the reason why they wouldn't do it, because they know the Africans got records of their own that will tell that it happened. You see what I'm saying? They got records of their own that would tell that it happened. And that's just like that, you know, Mark Twain, and I'm rolling on that. That's just like Mark Twain when he went into Belgium. He wrote the book King Leopold's Sequelacy, or whatever that name is. I remember I had got in trouble when I was in school one year, and my uncle Pianki, he made, man, I was in trouble, man. That nigga made me write about 5 book reports, and that was one of the book reports that I read. And Mark Twain, a white boy. You understand what I'm saying? He was the one that really cracked their motherfucking head about what was going on in the Congo. You see what I'm saying? When he wrote that book and said that Leopold had depopulated the damn Congo by almost 15, 20 million people. Okay? He came out with that information, and it was correct, and it could be greater than that. You see what I'm saying? So we got the fucking records. You see what I'm saying? We got the fucking records. Y'all niggas is in trouble, man. Y'all is in trouble. Y'all is in trouble. Y'all is in trouble because we gonna bang on y'all. You see what I'm saying? We must do this. You see? And so the call, I'm about to go to all my family out there, African centered, and y'all know we got to ride. We got to ride for the ancestors. We got to ride for our elders now. We got to do, every time we got to bang on them now. This ain't just no, you know, no. Y'all motherfuckers trying to erase us. You see what I'm saying? What kind of shit is that? These motherfuckers trying to erase us. You see? They say they claim Leopold didn't know. I tell you, man, it's some sad niggas out here, man. Sad. You see? Sad. All right, family. This is just the beginning. What up, Pata? It's just the beginning. We gonna be on them. It's a political plot, and it is. It is. You see, I'll put that up there because it is. It got to be something behind that. That's exactly what it is. You see, it's a political plot. All right, family, stay with me. We got some powerful presentations going up next. This is the General Cyrus Soon said he'd be in the house tomorrow. Click that link. Drop that link back in there for him. Drop it, Ray. Drop that America to Egypt. Y'all click that link and begin to think. If it ain't already, let me see. He dropped it in there. It's in there, y'all. Click that link. Begin to think. All right, family. Up next, I don't know which one up next, but be in the house. Black Pop.